right, time for the final round of the hacky sack. Now, from the first round to the second, we doubled. From the 15th round to the 16th, we're gonna cut in half, which means every stitch, all 6, will be decreases. So I'm going to start with my first decrease right here. And I'm going to put my stitch marker in so that I remember how many I've done so far, where I started. 1, 2, 3, 4, everything's getting very tight now. Move my stitch marker out of the way. 4, 5. There goes another grain. And then our last 2 stitches are going to be number 6. Decrease, decrease, and that's number 6. All right, so I'm going to pull this a little bit so I get a little bit of loose. I'm going to take out my stitch marker and I'm going to cut this string, the yarn that's headed toward my skein, so that it's free. Now I'm going to pull this loop and I'm going to pull that last bit that I cut through the loop. Now you want to have this long string, and you're actually going to use one piece that I failed to mention at the beginning, one more tool, and that is a yarn needle. So it looks like a regular sewing needle, a hand sewing needle, but the tip is blunt. It's not very sharp. It pokes me a little bit, but it's not going to cut through any fabrics. And then the end is bigger, so you're going to put the yarn through the end of the yarn needle. Okay, now once the yarn is through the yarn needle, you just leave the tail, a decent sized tail about like that, and it's still attached down here. Now what we have is 6 single crochets, so we've got to close up this end like we had to start with. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to sew one last big decrease. So when we've been doing the invisible decreases, we've been taking the front loop of each stitch, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to pass our needle through the front loop of each stitch. So that's 1, I'm not pulling it tight yet, 2, 3, 4, just the front loop. Just starting to pull it a little tighter now. 5, and finally number 6. Now I'm going to take it and pull it as tight as it will go. And I like to take it and hook it back through one of those other loops to the outside, just for good measure, just so I can get a nice tight end on it. Now you're going to tie another knot all the way down at the base of the fabric. And then we just want to hide this yarn end back inside. So I'm going to poke it back through that center that we just sewed and out anywhere on the other end, and pull it through so that it tucks that in nice and tight. So we get a nice flat end on here, and we have a flat end over there. Then once it's pulled tight, we're just going to snip that end off, and it will disappear inside your new hacky sack. Now take it out, kick it around, and have fun with friends.